Welcome, Oregon Panther fans. We are here tonight to bring you an OC80 Media sports program with the Oregon Panthers taking on in their first round of the playoffs against Sun Prairie East Cardinals. So a local competition. We're back here in the beautiful Panther Stadium in order to bring on the competition with another great year that the Oregon has come forward. We want to start off to making sure you recognize that we are so proud to be able to bring you from our sponsors, Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today. Help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. We're really glad that you joined us this evening. It's great that we can bring these broadcasts to you live and be able to catch all of these. And we'll be talking and listening to the announcer. Hold on a moment.
Conference Regional Playoff Volleyball game. Please welcome our visitors, the Sun Prairie East Cardinals, and your Oregon Panthers! Sun Prairie East High School, Oregon High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. On behalf of Oregon Athletic Director Brittany Spencer-Grant, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy today's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor America, would you please rise if able, remove your hats, and join in singing our national anthem.
Teams are getting lined up for their announcements. Starting lineup. And we'll turn it back to Michael Stapleton, the announcer for this evening's floor side announcements. I'd like to recognize our crew that we have that brings these broadcasts and continues to bring you these live broadcasts and produce them. So our staff of part-time 4 employees plus the staff that floats and covers these, we really appreciate them to bring these broadcasts off to you. So glad to cover it. It's been a busy time frame. Lots going on, certainly with meetings itself, but also these sports programs and certainly other kind of activities with the election going on as well. So they're getting prepared. Turn it back to Michael.
First for the visitors from Sun Prairie. Number 5, Kenzie Atkins. Number 6, Megan Rodenkirk. Number 11, Ella Stebnitz. Number 12, Kim Gerbetz. Number 14, Zita Wambura. Number 17, May Vanderweel. And at libero, number 1, Brooke Labouie. Sun Prairie is coached by Lauren Trentadue. And now for your Oregon Panthers! Number 2, Coco Barnett! Number 4, Maggie S. Number 9, Sarah Janicek. Number 10, McKenna Carroll. Number 11, Hannah Council. Number 15, Sophie Side. And your libero, number 7, Greta Schreeder. Panthers are coached by Jennifer Goldman.
And they getting to start off, recognizing and appreciating each other's fair competition, and getting lined up on the courts to start off this competition. So Oregon didn't fare too well last Thursday, but able to make it off into the playoffs, and we are here to be able to cheer them on for this evening. I want to let you know, if you'd like to support our organization, you can join our group of sponsors, and you can help us with donations. Make them out to the Panthers Sports Possible. You can contact Paul at ocamedia.com for more information. These broadcasts are made available only through the sponsorship support of our village, town of Oregon, as well as the other community sports activities. So we have Hannah at the serving. She will end up being our setter. As you recall, we do run a 6-2 where we end up 2 different setters. So Ava and Hannah will be the setters this evening. Last game got a really strong start at the very beginning of the match with some wonderful serving and keeping the ball alive. A rolling attack, nice setup. An outside hit, rolled into the center. Sun Prairie's out to the outside. Outside hit, a touch on it, and it falls to Oregon's loss. And it turns to Sun Prairie serving. So Hannah's setting for us at this moment. A long serve, and we reach for it. Greta reached for it, not sure if it was going to be inbounds or not. And Sun Prairie on the board.
Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Michael. Great announcements once again.
Oh, I appreciate it. Panthers off to a little bit of a slow start, but that was a long first point. I caught some of it as I was walking up here, and it felt like a good sustained rally to start the night.
That's what you need, keeping the ball moving. Good passes.
Sarah Janicek starts us off with an ace here. So it's an interesting matchup here. I don't know how much you started us off with, Mark, but this is the first round of the regional playoffs. Panthers had a pretty darn good season overall. They come in at 20-16 overall, 4-3 in conference. That was good enough for the 5 seed, which I think when the Panthers were looking at their early season goals, you know, I think they achieved a goal by making it into the playoffs as a 5 seed.
That's kind of unusual.
Tough set by Hannah Council. I think she had, I don't know if you can see it from up here, but she had an injury in practice this week, and so she's got a Two of her fingers are taped together.
I see that now.
And I don't know if did you set? I know you played a ton of volleyball over the years.
I did. I was a setter. That way I could just get the tall young guys to jump.
Tough to set with tough to set when your fingers are taped up, I'm guessing.
Very much so. Very much so. I'm always impressed with how the ball handling from a setter perspective, because you do like to drop the ball a little bit to throw a little bit of challenge so the other team doesn't know where you're going to serve. They're going to call a rotation. That's unfortunate. Oregon needs to get their focus together. So getting into the game and take a little bit of that edge off would be great.
Oh, good eye by the Panthers back line.
They got a little help to remind of that.
With the middle exchange, Sophie Sy comes into the front row, replacing McKenna Carroll. Greta Shriver back to serve. Oh, another ace. So the Panthers came in as the number 5 seed. I believe Sun Prairie East is the 12 seed. Oh, big block by Coco Barnett and Sophie Sy. And we've been talking about that pretty much every game we've called, about how this can be a really big front line for the Panthers.
They've done a great job with it, and they lined up well, and that's what takes the edge off. They start getting questioning about where they should attack.
Get down. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Serving's going to be a slow start for both teams.
Yeah. I don't think the Sun Prairie East Cardinals full season is online. I wasn't able to find it. But the last time they updated, they were 1-16 and 0-1 in conference. So a little bit of a tough season for the first year for Sun Prairie East as a program. But maybe that's to be expected. You're starting a new kind of a new school, new program, splitting your community.
And I'm sure that split is always a little contentious. You know, which way do you do split?
All right, we've got our. I think every Panther server has started with an ace. So the Panthers are running a 6-2 this year. So we just had our setters switched out. Skripka is back to serve, replacing Hannah Council. Sophie Sy putting that overpass down.
Had that real nice set to drive it down, and did a great job for that. Narrowly pulling Oregon ahead by 1 point.
Yeah, for the first lead of the night. No touch. All right, there we go. Panthers push by 2.
Settling a little bit more. Now they got a rotation in, different front line, different setter.
Whoa. It's always interesting at the start of set number 1, you get to see what the refs are going to call.
Absolutely.
Looks like it's a setter's night tonight. Maya Rudy with a really nice job to keep that one inside the antenna. Oh, nice up by Maggie Ast. As a coach, I don't think you love it when your middle takes that second ball, but Sophie Sy with a good touch. Oh, big swing out of the Sun Prairie outside.
It's a great attack, but to the advantage of Oregon, they were in the right spots. Nothing worse than missing it entirely. At least you get a swing at it, but that's tough when they're moving that quick.
Yep. And Greta was there. She got a touch on it, but not able to bring it back to the field of play. Panthers still up by 1 over the Cardinals.
It's tough. It's a tough look at it when you're getting a forearm pass as a set. And lots of time in the air. And sometimes timing doesn't work out quite right.
Sarah Janacek is, I think, in the back row. Actually, maybe not. She took a swing one of her swings looked like a back row attack to me, and she's going to want to keep her eye on the line. Yeah. My Rudy just drops that one in the center of the court.
One of those rolling attacks.
Yep.
They drop in front of you. It's Oregon back to serve.
If you were watching our last home game, Maya Rudy caught a boot in the face, and it was quite the sight. She is tough and is back out there.
It's kind of a surprise. We really couldn't uncover that initially, but when she was stopped play, then we realized that something did happen.
Yep. Yep, I know Coach Grolke called her that night as she was in the ER, and they were getting her sorted out. So glad to see that she's back there.
Keeping that alive. Free ball for Sun Prairie.
Oh, nice dig by Greta.
2 on it.
Sarah Janicek with the kind of the lucky roll off the net.
Well, she did turn it and was going towards the line, which is a wise choice because the block was inside.
Yep. Yeah, it's important to know where the blockers are and use the court and the net to your advantage. Sophie Sy with the serve.
Big block.
Blocked out of bounds by the Panthers.
Sarah got up there and ready for it, though, so that's the key.
So no surprises in our lineup tonight. Whoa.
Keep moving their feet to follow the ball. We don't see the drop in the movement that takes place from up here.
Yeah, if you can ever get a spot right behind the court, you can really see those balls dance out there. Sarah Janicek hit into a triple block, but able to cover. No touch. Out of bounds. Panthers need a timeout with Sun Prairie up 3 about halfway through the first set.
Oregon settling in a little bit, getting the ball to move around, but those tough passes, if you can't get that up, get to the right position, it makes it difficult for the right attack to get around the block. And they lost a few points with some of those passes that had the setter running for them.
Yep. So the Panther cheer squad made the trip tonight to to cheer on their fellow Panthers. That's good to see.
Good student population standing, cheering them on.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a pretty good crowd tonight. Hopefully they wake up a little bit. It'd be nice to get some more energy in the gym. Hopefully get some big swings out of the Panthers here.
So Oregon hosted a tournament this weekend, this past weekend, is that correct?
Yeah, the JV conference tournament. And so for folks who maybe haven't been following high school volleyball a ton, they changed up the way the teams are situated. And so now you don't have a varsity JV and freshmen. You have multiple JV teams. I guess I don't know that rule. They were, good dig, that's over.
It's coming back.
On the line. So both the JV2, which is like the traditional freshman teams, and the JV1 teams were all competing in their conference tournament.
Awesome.
So there was a lot of volleyball here at Oregon High School. Sarah Janicek. Oh, nice swing off that bump set.
It's live.
My Rudy with the swing. Libero gets a hand on it. Sun Prairie with the scramble, sends it over. It's a free ball for the Panthers. Come on, ladies.
That was awfully close. I was wondering if it was over the net. And another timeout for Oregon. That pass was really pretty good. I think she was ready for the set itself, and it really throws it off when you ended up getting it tapped like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and if it breaks the plane, they can go up and push it back. I don't know if it... Yeah, I guess from this angle I can't see. The up ref has got his eyes on it.
And they know the rules.
Yep.
Certainly do.
If your organization would like to join our group of sponsors whose donations help make Panther sports possible, please contact Paul at ocamedia.com for more information. This is not the start we were hoping for here at Oregon High School. Panthers might be a little amped up, a little tight. Hopefully they can calm down. I have seen this throughout the year where they kind of play in waves. McKenna Carroll taps that one over. Sun Prairie picks it up. Ava Skripka with the dig. Puts that one in a tough spot for Sarah Janacek, but she's able to punch it over. Sun Prairie with the dig. Maggie Ast, easy pass. Maya Rudy with the drive. McKenna Carroll puts it down.
Good net action, watching, staying up at the net, ready for it, and a great reach for it overall. Certainly Oregon's not out-teamed. They can play it, and they have the attack and they have the block in order to take this team on.
That ends a 5-point run by Sun Prairie East. Hannah Council back to serve. Drop. Boy, it's just the
Oh, so close.
all the weird plays right now are falling on the Oregon side for Sun Prairie points. Man, they pass the ball into the net. They got to play it back, and then they roll shot it over. Oh, thank goodness. Panthers down by 4. Sarah Janacek back to serve. She'll want to keep her eye on the line. She gets really close sometimes in her serves. Nice serve. That one's over. Pass it, pass it.
Confusion. Didn't talk enough.
Nope.
So we get a lot of conversation as to who's got it. Backing off. Back row. It's over.
There we go. Coco Barnett with the drive.
That good net action, ready to be there.
Yep. Greta Schriever put that in a tough spot for Sun Prairie to recover, and Coco Barnett took advantage of the overpass for an easy point. Greta Schriever serve, finds the line.
And
That's
gets
an
the
ace.
line.
Panthers down 3. Boy, the way the Panthers are playing, I'm kind of surprised they're only down 3. Let's see if they can get back into this right now. Get down.
It's going to be free for Oregon.
Sets up Sophie Sy. Hits into the block, out of bounds. Point Panthers.
Nice pass and great set in the middle.
Yep.
Keeps the defense wondering if it's going to be the outside or inside.
Panthers down 2. Come on, Panthers. Get down. Woo! Push to the back line.
Nice drive through. Get it over the nets and take that block down, drop it in front of them.
And that's another one of those, I think I said this last match, I can never tell which side it's on. I just look at which team celebrates. Coco Barnett was excited, so it must be a point for the Panthers.
Trouble for Sun Prairie.
Free ball coming over. Out of bounds. And we're tied up. There it is. Come on, Panthers, let's go now. Get down. That's on the line. Oh!
And they're going to be in. Oh.
All right, Panthers down 1, but 6-point run by the Panthers. Maggie steps in front of that one. Sets Sophie Sy, hits into the block.
That was a low set. He took advantage of the difficulty for to get up for a block, and she positioned it right by turning it to the left.
Coco Barnett makes way for Ava Skripka, and Hannah Council heads to the bench for Maya Rudy as we see our setter exchange. Tied up late in set number 1. Skripka's serve. Blocked by the Panthers. Another block by the Panthers. I don't know how that one made it over. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're getting late here in set number 1. Cardinals currently with the 1-point lead. Panthers have really had to scrap to get back here.
Trouble for Oregon.
Greta rolls it over. Hits into the block, setters out. Greta sets up Maggie Ast with the swing. Free ball coming over. Sarah Janicek with the pass. Sets Sophie Sy, who puts it down.
Good decision as a setter. It's a middle attack. She's been doing great.
And we're tied at 20. Maggie Ast back to serve. Get down.
Trouble.
There it is, another ace. I'm not keeping track of them, but I know that's a lot. And Sun Prairie needs their first time out of the match. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
This game's going back and forth.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think our largest lead so far for Sun Prairie is they were up 5 points, 11 to 16. And then the largest lead for the Panthers has probably been just a handful.
Well, the serving is really throwing the game back and forth. So
yeah,
both teams have missed out on the serve. Some pretty long ones. We've had a couple of really tight ones that Oregon's got the advantage of hitting the line. And unfortunately, one of them didn't pan out. But there has been a mix-up often. They didn't get as much of the routine on either team.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of the Oregon strength is the ability to block and attack. And you got to continue to work on getting the right kind of sets to allow them to execute on.
Yeah,
those.
if you don't start with a solid pass, you're going to have trouble initiating the varied offense that the Panthers like to run.
Often coaches will talk about fundamentals. Just get the fundamentals.
One thing I did want to mention before we get started here is the Panthers did expand their roster a little bit as we headed into the playoffs and brought three freshmen onto the bench. Jordan Elsner, Evelyn Lavoie, and Devin Howard are on the bench for the playoffs. You know, here's hoping they don't see the floor, but it is exciting for them to get an opportunity to practice with varsity now that the JV season is over, and get some run in practice and see what it's like out here. Sophie Sy with the swing.
He needs trouble.
You're kidding me. Sun Prairie hit that one off the frickin' ceiling fan and still played it over. It's that kind of night here at Oregon High School.
A little different rotation after that ceiling fan activity, and it was right on the line, but Oregon took it and made it into an attack.
Sophie Sy with the serve. Out.
No touch.
No way, no way.
A line judge is calling it as a touch. The up ref called it a side out.
Yep.
No reason to question it. So.
We're tied at 22. Come on, Sarah. That's a touch.
And we got a touch off of that one. Making quite a competition in the first set.
All right. Coco Barnett's back in. Ava Skripka hits the bench, and Hannah Council's back in. Maya Rudy takes a seat.
One point would give Oregon confidence and put Sun Prairie a little bit of in angst.
Yep.
See what they can do with the serving.
Get down. Oh, nice up by Greta Schriever. Coco Barnett pushes that deep. Libero gets her hands on it, but not able to return it. Panthers get the point. Set point number 1 for the Panthers. Sun Prairie calls a timeout.
I was kind of questioning that set by Sun Prairie, and like you were saying, the referees really call a lot of it. That one kind of moved around, and honestly, I would have expected to call a double on that. But sometimes the refs are going to let it play out if it's not too obvious.
Well, and they haven't called one yet. So, you know, as long as they're consistent,
except for the one at Hannah, but that was a pretty pretty substantial. that wasn't a questionable subjective, but.
OCA Media broadcasts in communities throughout Dane County. You can watch this and other OCA programs on demand on our YouTube channel. Visit ocamedia.com for more information.
This broadcast and all of our broadcasts go straight out to YouTube, and so therefore you can pick it up on YouTube Live, but you can also go back to these and watch them, and you can change up the speeds. So if you don't want to see all of it, you can speed through different parts.
Yeah, or if you just want to watch the volleyball and don't listen to the announcers, you could hit the mute button, turn your speakers down. I don't know why you would do that, but it's possible. All right, set point for the Panthers. Hannah Council sends a serve over. Oh, there it is.
Big block. Oregon's block comes through to finish up the set. To get this first set of the playoffs rolling for Oregon.
How exciting. I talk with Coach Grokey about this, and I tell her that sometimes I think it's tougher up here than it is down there. Because I'm excited, I'm invested, but I can't do anything up here. All I can do is shout. And if I shout, they yell at me because I got this headset on. What an exciting first set. Man, we had two big runs. We were tied 11-11. Yeah, we were tied 11-11, and then Sun Prairie went on a 5-point run. And then almost immediately after that, the Panthers went on their own 6-point run to take the lead. And then we were point for point pretty much the rest of the way.
Oregon did get kind of a slow start. I think Sun Prairie did as well, with a lot of missed serves.
Yeah.
But they ended up working their game together and started getting in a routine and putting some things together. So that made it a great competition for that first set. We're looking forward to the next few. I'd like to recognize our sponsors. Our generous sponsors really do support OCA Media. We have lots of costs with this technology as well as the broadcasting. And so we're really grateful for Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares.
We've got about a minute and a half until the start of our second set. This will be a best of 5. Panthers won the first set 25-22. I'm pretty sure, well, I know that whoever wins tonight keeps going in the regional playoffs. The next game would be Saturday. And I don't know if it's figured out for sure, but I think it's probably at Fort Atkinson.
I was trying to look at the tournament playout to try to identify where the seating is, and as always, I have a hard time figuring out where it's always located. So.
Yeah, I should send some feedback to the WIAA. I find their website difficult to navigate. Though I could probably tell you who was hosting in 2018. I can usually find the old the old brackets.
Well, a lot of the teams have already played. So if you get into the different brackets, I think in Division 2 and 3, a lot of those competitions already started first round. Divisions 1 in the 4 different groups, most of those games starting off tonight. All of that excitement's coming down to start narrowing down to the smaller groups to take it down to that November 4th state championship. So OCA Media does do lots of other community capture. We have this weekend, we're actually picking up some of the theater programs. We have election coverage as well. As Jordan's here thumbing up, we were looking for camera people. I volunteered to pick some of that up, but no, we had somebody else fill in. But lots of different activities. So check out our OCA Media website, go to YouTube channel, and look at current activities, but also look at past. Many things that are worthwhile for the village to understand, the community know it's taking place. Great avenue for OCA Media to capture these events and be able to share it forward. We have a great facility here at the Oregon High School. Really grateful that we can bring our competitions in place.
All right, Sun Prairie with the first serve of the second set.
That's Oregon's strength. When you get that pass in that set, their
Yep.
attack line will take care of it.
Yep, McKenna Carroll knocks that one off the libero and out of bounds for the first point for the Panthers. Sarah Janicek back to serve. Nice serve. That's trouble for the Cardinals. They're scrappy and they send it over. Hannah Council sets Maggie Ast. Not able to get it over.
A little bit farther off the net. It makes it a little intimidating. You see that block at the net.
Yep. So right now our front row is Coco Barnett, McKenna Carroll, and Maggie Ast. Hannah Council, Sarah Janicek, and Greta Schriever in the back. Whoa. That serve had a lot of pace on it. Free ball coming over for the Cardinals.
That's pretty tough for Hannah to grab that set when it's close to the net like that.
That was a tough pass. And I would actually think on a really, really tight night, that middle pushing that ball over could have been a double, but it's a pretty lax night, so that one goes, and Panthers not able to initiate their offense. Whoa, that ball had a lot of movement on it. I could see that from up here. Maggie Ast pushes it over. Whoa, that's got to be a double. What in the world?
Well, I think the rule came out for you, so
Yeah.
that was pretty tough. When it comes past the 10-foot line, you know something wasn't quite right when it left the hands.
Jiminy crickets. Even I thought that was a double. Greta Schriever back to serve. Oh.
Those are painful. Got to keep the ball moving in order to get an opportunity for a point.
Yep. Boy, we're starting back and forth again here at the start of set number 2. Greta Schriever, Sarah Janicek, and Maggie Ast back to pass. Back to serve receive. Coco Barnett. No
That looked
touch.
close. For a bump set, that
Yeah.
was a really nice set.
Well done.
And swung hard on it, so kudos for that.
Oh, boy.
I think the question in their mind is it too deep? It's right on that line. And
Yeah.
they're doing a great job with that, getting the back row to question, should I go for it or should I not, or you have it?
Yeah. Sophie Sy with the swing and the kill.
Very nice turn. Turn to the left, round the block.
When you take a look at this team, we are graduating a bunch of seniors. Coco Barnett, Ava Gerlach-Schwartz, Maggie Ast, Sarah Janicek, Hannah Council, and Naira, our foreign exchange student. But we do have a fair number of girls with years left to play. Ava Skripka and Brooke Bastian, McKenna Carroll, Maya Rudy are all juniors. And then we've got Greta Schriever and Sophie Sy are sophomores. Sophie's been a 2-year starter as a sophomore, and this is Greta's first year on varsity. Wow, that was quite the serve. Sarah Janicek pops that one over. Panthers block it back. Some confusion on the Sun Prairie side, and a free ball will be coming over. Oh, the setter has to take that second ball. That's not what you want. Maggie Ast
And make it
finds
work.
the line.
Very nice attack on it, on the bump pass. Bump set once again.
I mean, I guess if you're the player there, you got to take the ball, but it's hard to imagine that on a free ball play, you want your setter taking the first pass. Maggie Ast back to serve. Panthers down by 2. Yuck. Yuck. I can't necessarily tell what the difference was between those 2 sets. He called one of them.
Well, as a setter, you do want to move to the net and come forward. So I think a little bit of dragging out. If you're starting and looking for the ball at the 10-foot line, you're too far away, and that's going to make it difficult to get to a set. So she might
Come on,
spot.
Sophie.
Nice reach for it.
Maggie Ast picks up the roll shot. Set behind Sophie Sy. Out. No touch.
And let that go.
Panthers down by 2. Oh, came off her hand funny.
Didn't quite get the regular routine.
Ball went under the
Bleachers?
bleachers. That's
Is
why
it
we
the
have multiple.
only volleyball?
That's why you have multiple game balls. Panthers currently down 3. Greta, Maggie, and Sarah back in serve receive. That one's out, no touch.
Very good call. Mostly came from the bench, I'm assuming. But
Coco Barnett and Hannah Council rotate back in. Hannah Council to serve. Panthers down 2. Get there.
it's a great idea of a nice dropping serve. It does help if this goes over the net. And
Yep.
so unfortunately, that's the side out for Oregon. And a dropping attack helps get the ball back for Oregon.
And one took kind of a funny skip off the net. Got past the block, and then the libero wasn't able to pancake it up. Sarah Janacek back to serve. Goes with the float instead of her normal drive. St. Prairie sets her middle, set her out, gets up the pass. Greta sets up. Coco Barnett tries a cut shot, but not able to find the line.
I've seen Oregon do a really nice job on those cut shots.
Yeah.
Well, certainly last game, some really great cuts. You do have to drop it down, though. If you're going to try to roll it over, you're going to find out you don't have that much court.
Whoa. Upref signaled in the serve while we were wiping up something on the floor, but they got it figured out. Panthers down 3. St. Prairie with the serve. Hannah had to run for that one. Maggie asked.
Trouble for Sun Prairie.
Oh, nice get by Maggie. Sets up Coco Barnett with the big swing off the libero, out of bounds. Panthers back to within 2.
Hannah did a really nice job in recovering from that set, moving it to the right spot, and she drove it right towards the net, allowing a great attack.
Boy, we've pretty much been down 2 since it was 2-4.
Well, time to change that.
Yep. Here it is. That's Sophie Sy with the tip. Oh.
Good reach by Sun Prairie.
Coco Barnett hits into the block, but falls on the Sun Prairie side. So that'll be a point for the Panthers.
And
down
the serve.
1. Greta Schriever back to serve. Get there. Oh. Sun Prairie likes setting their middle, and she's had some really strong swings today.
Don't think we want to allow that to happen.
Nope.
She's a great attack, and a really nice pass allowed him to be.
And I think that's Zita Wambura, number 14. Yeah. She's had some really nice swings.
Junior at 5'9".
Yeah, Sun Prairie, not the tallest team we've seen. 5'10" looks to be their tallest player. Don't have heights on the Panther roster I got today. Get down. Out.
No
We're
touch.
tied. I know Ava Skripka was not feeling well this week. It's nice to see that she's well enough to play and out there today. That's an overpass. Oh,
Picked up on it.
Sophie Sy hits it off the block. Panthers with not their first lead of the match, but the first one since 1-0. Yes, first lead since it was 1-0. All right.
A missed attack by Sun Prairie, allowing Oregon to step away with 2 points ahead.
And that's a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, that's 4-point run so far. And Sun Prairie needs a timeout. Did you know that Oregon Community Access Media is operated right here in Oregon? Our small staff of 4 part-time, hardworking, and dedicated individuals record and broadcast hundreds of local events each year.
We keep close track. OCA Media keeps track of the viewership, and viewership is extremely strong for the Oregon area. We outview and compete against places like Middleton, as well as McFarland, and we get a lot more viewership and attention to our YouTube channel as well as our broadcast. So check us out on Facebook. There's many broadcasts that show off of that, some live activities, but on top of it, a couple of programs, one of which is Oregon Life. Somebody from the Oregon area will end up being interviewed by Frank Cruz about what they do, everything from art to, we had a young gentleman that actually does a lawn mowing service.
Oh, cool.
So it's pretty awesome that this young guys generate a lot of business. And so check it out, Sunday mornings at 9, OCA Media, Facebook.
Oh, nice set. Big block sends it back, and that'll be not a free ball.
They weren't able to get it over, and Oregon continues on. 3-point lead.
So the guy with the lawn mowing business, is he the one with the trailer on his bike?
Exactly. He's on his 3rd trailer. He made one and it didn't quite work out. Developed it a little bit further.
There it is.
And it's good. Middle attack once again, and Oregon steps away at another point.
Currently a six-point run by the Panthers to push this lead to 4. Whoa.
And they're calling that out, unfortunately for Oregon. Some of those Oregon Lives has been recognized through the state of Wisconsin video broadcasting as a record achievement. And so Oregon, OCA Media has had a couple of successful recognized championships.
Awesome. Whoa. Whoa.
Letting that go. And a drop and ball. Maggie came up with a nice roll. Went over the block.
And I hate to say it, but that's the kind of play that falls on your side when you've had a season like Sun Prairie. Like, they've been playing with a lot of spunk and a lot of heart tonight. And sometimes you've got 2 weird passes on the other side and then a roll shot that just finds the floor. No touch. Panthers push the lead to 5. Maggie asked back to serve. That's trouble. Whoa.
She's trying hard. Play. Another point for Oregon.
Yeah, that was really good hustle by Sun Prairie. Pretty much chasing that one out to the concession stand, trying to bring it back. Maggie asked back to serve. That's trouble.
Just scrambling. Another point for Oregon.
Sun Prairie needs their 2nd timeout. Would you like your business recognized as a sponsor of Panther sports programs like this? Find out more at ocamedia.com or give Paul a call at 608-291-0148.
You can have the announcers announce your name at one of these activities. Or in fact, our technology is advanced that we are now advertising on the screens in some of them. Oregon does, OCA Media does high school football as well as high school soccer. And so they do live broadcasts of those, multi-cameras. So it almost looks like a professional event.
Oh, I've been in the booth when OCA Media is running some of their football games, and it's quite the crew. Got a lot of talent putting those programs out. Yep, we also do basketball, and I think on basketball we do, what is it, Friday night special? Yeah.
Friday Night Live, that's right.
It's a pretty cool event with high production values, and definitely fun to be part of it.
I gotta admit, the announcers for lacrosse were quite comedy. They ended up coming up with different competitions. I gotta admit, I was searching in the internet trying to find out some of those.
All right, well, Maggie asked, serves long. That 7-point lead is, Panthers had a 7-point lead, and that's the largest lead so far, the set.
Sun Prairie's really struggled here, and I think that's what put a big a separation in it. Oregon's doing the right things, the passes, good placement on the ball.
Yep. That set was a little behind Sophie. Oh, first call, first double call on Sun Prairie that I remember.
And those are smart attacks when you realize that the set isn't something that you're going to take a great advantage of, so therefore you want to place the ball on the opposite side of the court. Oregon's done a nice job with those.
Sophie Sy with the tough serve. Maggie S with the nice get. McKenna Carroll with the swing. Libero with the big up on the Sun Prairie side. That one's way out. No touch. Panthers push the lead to 8. Sophie Sy back at the service line. This is a bit more what I was expecting. Let's keep it going and wrap up this second set, Panthers. That's a double, but not called.
That looked like a shoot set.
Yeah.
Not quite ready for it to attack.
With the libero exchange, Sophie Sy hits the bench and McKenna Carroll is in. That's an overpass. Sun Prairie takes advantage. Actually, so you're a volleyball guy. On the play that I was grousing that should have been a double on Sun Prairie, on a bang-bang play, if it hits my arm and then my chest and then up, do you think that's a double?
If it's an attack. So if it's an attack, so it can double hit. So if it bounces off of you twice on an attack ball. That one in particular was rolling off the net, so therefore I wouldn't consider it an attack. So I would view that as a double as well.
Sun Prairie with two balls that the Panthers fail to return. Pull within 5, 21-16 here in set number 2. McKenna Carroll elevates, puts the ball down.
Really nice pass, so it's really wise of her able to use that at this middle attack. It was pretty quick, kept it at a reasonable height that it's tough for the defenders to get up.
Panthers push the lead back to 6. Hannah Council back to serve, and Coco Barnett rotates into the front row. Nice serve by Hannah. Oh, big block by McKenna Carroll.
They stuffed that one. That's roofing it for sure.
Yep. She's a junior.
Getting close to that set point.
A little bit more air under that one, so an easier return for Sun Prairie. Oh, McKenna Carroll with another block.
A very definitive block. That is a crowd pleaser.
Absolutely. All right. Set point for set number 2 for the Panthers, 24-16. Let's take it home, Hannah.
And the crowd is standing up.
Oh, Coco and McKenna were there, not able to put the block down.
Looking for the set or the match or the set finale, but not able to get that. Sun Prairie gets the serve.
Yep. And we'll get 7 set points, but we won't need them.
And Oregon finishes up that second set to take it 2-0 over Sun Prairie.
We've got 3 minutes before the start of set number 3. I'm going to step away for a few moments, Mark. I'll be right back.
Certainly, Michael. So I'd like to, always would like to recognize our sponsors. The broadcast and to cover the staff as well as the technology. As you know, technology changes quite a bit. We broadcast on TDS as well as Spectrum Cable. So check out those channels and look at all the broadcasting. So throughout the day, we end up having broadcast activities. Some things are rebroadcast as you go through the day. We pick up past broadcasts and pick up on other current activities. So check out on your local cable channel of your choice and see what OCA Media has been covering within your community and other sports activities as well. Also recognize that we're always looking for help. So if you're willing to want to join our staff, there's nothing greater than joining the highly skilled staff to learn about the video broadcasts and all the technology. You see a nice clean shot, you wouldn't believe the number of cables that are behind that cameras and all of the monitors that are set up here. So the development of all this technology has gotten pretty complicated. So we got all sorts of gadgets that are on the back side of it, and so it's really powerful to learn that. I'll tell you, through the years that I've watched these volunteers and the staff develop, some of these advanced into and moved into broadcasting and other activities. So it's a great opportunity to learn some different skills. You can always use it, because even use it in your personal life to understand how you can capture video, whether it's a phone or other device, and edit it through some of the free software you can do it, and make some awesome video content. Today's world likes to see movement, so steady pictures aren't as valuable as movement are. So if you're willing, join us. Contact Paul at ocamedia.com. Can be reached at 608-291-0148. OCA Media is always here.
We've got about a minute before the start of our third set. Panthers are currently leading the Sun Prairie East Cardinals 2-0 here in your first round of the regional playoffs. The winner tonight moves on to the second round, and I believe we'll play at Fort Atkinson on Saturday, probably Saturday evening. And then if the Panthers keep winning, they would play on Thursday, but again, I think that would be a road game, because I don't believe they would earn any more home matches in the playoffs. Taking a look at that second set, actually the first set was a set of runs. Sun Prairie rattled off 5 in a row at one point. Panthers responded with 6 in a row. And then in the second set, Panthers had a 6-point run with a Sun Prairie timeout in the middle of it. We were down 9-11 and ended up being up 15-11 and never looked back. That's where we, built that bigger lead. So.
And they're playing their volleyball, so they're moving the ball around and doing the right kind of passes to be able to take advantage of the sets. And that front line, though, it certainly is. You can see the attacks, you can see the blocks. There's a lot of definitive points there because of those blocks.
Yeah, a couple big statement blocks by McKenna Carroll. I know she had a couple good swings. Sophie Sy with a couple big swings. Coco Barnett with a couple good swings. And the Panthers, I felt like their service was a lot more reliable in the second set. Anna Council gets us started in the third set. Ace on the line.
Sun Prairie really tried to reach for it, try to get it, but Hannah dropped the ball right before that orange line, so that was an ace.
I wish I would have been keeping track of aces, because I think there have been a lot of them so far tonight. Note for next year.
So does Coach keep stats on all of this?
Yes. You can see one of the team managers, Delaney, is the high schooler. Oh, Coco Burnett with a big swing.
Big attack.
Oh, nice. You can see Delaney has her head down, putting stats into an iPad. Nate next to her is taking stats. And then I think Chris, the coach in the funny glasses and the orange tie, I think he just holds that clipboard for show. He gets too excited. I don't think he keeps stats.
Oh, another tough serve.
Yep.
Putting the Sun Prairie back on their heels.
Yep.
Getting them down by a few points for Oregon to get a lead.
Anna Council with her fourth serve of this third set. That one, tough one as well, leads to a back row attack by Sun Prairie. Setter's out. Greta with the long bump set. Coco Barnett not able to get it over. But the Panthers start with an early 2-point lead, 3-1 here.
And a good conversation to let that ball go out of the court.
Nice Panther fan helps throw that ball back in. Good to see. Sarah Janicek back to serve. It'll be interesting to see if she drives it or floats it.
And that's a drive.
So that's tough. I think there was a touch by the Panthers.
There was.
And I think 14 didn't know it, so she thought it was going to be the fourth contact, and she just let it drop. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
It was right in front of the
Oh,
jump.
on the line.
She got caught like you were talking about.
Yep. She needs smaller shoes. The Panthers have a couple girls who get right up to the line on service. Janicek on that case was probably a good couple inches over. Panthers with a 3-point lead here early in set number 3. That one's out. Barely, but out.
Oregon's going to recover from that missed serve. So with a 4-point lead in the third set of this match.
McKenna Carroll replaces, Sophie Sy replaces McKenna Carroll with the libero exchange. Greta Shriver back to serve. Oh, nice up. And that one's over. Oh, dang it. Just not able to put it where they wanted it.
It's free.
Maggie Ast was able to step into that one. Sometimes on those bump sets, you just kind of end up rolling it over, but she was able to put a little bit more behind that one and really drive it to the back line. And that was too bad. It was a nice free ball play that the Panthers were running, but the ball was a little back for Sophie Sy, and she wasn't able to really get aggressive.
Tough serve. Give Oregon another point.
Currently up 6.
They're looking pretty good at this set.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit of, maybe nerves and jitters in that first set. They worked through that. All right, and Brooke Bastian checks in to replace Sarah Janicek. That serve is out. Brooke Bastian is one of our juniors, one of our DSs. So now our serve receive is Greta Shriver, Brooke Bastian, and Maggie Ast. Whoa, out.
That was quite a serve, speedy serve.
Yeah, that was hope you can get out of the way.
As we'd seen that she had quite an attack earlier, and as a middle attack, she will do something that's to be a fear of.
Ava Skripka with the serve that was just long, just over the line. Couldn't quite drop it in there. Panthers up 5. I will say it's important for them to maintain focus. They can't get too loose. Sophie Sy with the set. Maya Rudy punches it over. Oh, Brooke Bastian with the dig out of the back. Sophie Sy taking the second ball. Maybe she's the new setter. No touch.
No touch. And Sun Prairie's asking to see if there was a touch. See if the
both line judges held their flags up and said no touch. All right. We were a little late on the sub. So Maggie Ast with the serve. Oh, nice dig by Greta. Sarah Janicek puts that one down.
Sun Prairie put a nice combination together. It was a big attack, but Oregon was able to keep that up alive. And on top of that, a big finish with a strong placement on the court.
Maggie Ast back to serve.
Try to use that tape, but just a little bit below.
All right, we're going to have a sub. We are bringing in another one of our DSs, Ava Gerlach-Schwartz. She's one of our seniors. Gives Maggie Ast a rest after that trip at the service line. So our back row is now Ava Gerlach-Schwartz, Greta Shriver, Sarah Janicek at serve receive. Oh, and that ball gets stuck in the net.
That was a dropping serve. It certainly looked like it go out, but it dropped down, and it made it really challenging to get a pass up for the setter.
Whoa, another tough one. Panthers kind of looking at each other.
Ran through my mind about that focus, like you mentioned.
You got to run through that ball. Here comes the serve. The last two have been difficult. No problem for Greta on that one. Oh.
Rolling it deep like that, it's tough for the libero to move back because quite often they're moving up a little bit for that short drops.
Yep. And the Panthers get out of a rotation that was giving them a little bit of trouble. Get the serve back. Sophie Sy back at the service line. Panthers up 5. Oh, drops that one in. Libero able to get it up. Ava with the pass. Sarah with the swing. Goes line. Well passed by Sun Prairie.
A really nice placement on that attack to take that line. Sun Prairie was there. They stayed home. Kudos to them. That was a nice dropping serve. I was looking forward to just going over the tape and make it very challenging for Sun Prairie. Didn't quite make it, though.
Yeah. I think Sophie Sy, Coach Grokey definitely keeps stats. They keep track of how what's going on the court. Helps them make decisions on who's going to play where, how are we going to change up some of our plans. Oh, nice. Really nice hustle out of Sun Prairie. I think Sophie Sy is either at the lead or close to the lead in aces, but then has so many fewer service errors than the other girls who also ace a lot. I've said it before, and I think she's the most consistent and most aggressive server on the team. I hope I didn't jinx her for the rest of the night, but definitely has had a great year at the service line. Hannah Council back to serve.
Very good eye. Watching that ball, watching where the placement of the hitter was, and knowing that you could take that down if you just reached over the net, and she had that capability to do so.
Yep. And Coco Barnett has really good eyes at the net, and one of the things she excels at is, not just going straight down. I love watching McKenna Carroll play because if the ball's near the net, she's going to swing as hard as she can. Coco Barnett is more likely to go up and just kind of swipe just to the left of you, just to the right of you, tip it just over your head, push to the deep corner where you can't get to. She's a really heady player up at the net, and that was a perfect example. She didn't need a huge swing. She didn't need to wind up and try to dent the floor. She just needed to get her hands on it and put it back. This game is brought to you with support from our generous sponsors: Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. Feels like we're about halfway through set number 3. Panthers currently with a 7-point lead against the Sun Prairie East Cardinals, up 15-8. And they're up 2 sets to nothing. They won the first set 25-22 and the second one 25-17. Playing best of 5, so the Panthers are hoping to wrap this up in 3. Hannah Council with the serve, just out. You said it earlier, there have been a number of serves that just didn't find that back line. And then on the Sun Prairie side, I feel like a lot of their serves have been really in that neighborhood, but the Panthers have been passing them instead of letting them go.
Trouble? I was impressed with Sun Prairie's set. That's a long, drifting set, and she was able to reach and get the attack.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of threw Oregon off a little bit. They got a touch on it, and it's tough to scramble.
Yeah, and I think Coco Barnett got up there. I was actually kind of expecting a huge block, but not able to get in the right position to put that down. That one got caught up in the block a little bit, just took enough off that the libero couldn't step up and make that play. All right.
Oregon back in the serve.
Naira subs in for Ava Gerlach-Schwartz. Nice serve by Sarah, putting pressure on that Sun Prairie serve receive.
Bobbling back and forth. And a big attack.
No touch.
Coco was finishing up strong as his ball was bouncing on either side of the net. She was going for the attack. Fortunately, just a little long.
Yeah, it was a nice swing. Sarah Janicek subbed out for Brooke Bastian, so we are getting our defensive specialists some run. Naira is, Perez de Benito is back to serve receive. Oh, not able to get on top of that ball. Oh boy, that's not what I was expecting. I had totally shifted my focus to where they were picking up the pass, and they called that a double.
I missed that sight. I didn't see that double.
Well, I'm shaking my head. Set her dump. Sun Prairie able to recover. Bump, set. Gets through the block. Greta Shriver with the nice pickup. Naira swings to the deep corner. Sun Prairie recovers. That one's over the antenna and out.
And the line judge catches that. Naira placed that ball really nice. It was kind of scrambling, and she got it deep.
And from such a tough angle, the pass, I think, was coming back over her head, and those are tough to get. Greta Shriver with the serve. Oh, Naira with the great coverage. Sophie Side does not give way.
It all started with that right touch when Naira got a set all alone.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, as a middle, when you hear your setter coming behind you going, mine, 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 you think most middles get out of the way, but Sophie Sy wanted to get in that assist column on the stat sheet today. Greta Shriver with the serve, Panthers up 6. She's really varying her serves, and it's definitely putting pressure on serve receive of Sun Prairie.
Well, I'm sure that the competition is going to get tougher as you move on to these playoffs, and so practicing and getting experience with that.
Yeah, trying different shots. Nice pass by Brooke Bastian.
Right idea to go down the line, but it's kind of scrambling around a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, it looked, at first glance, it looked like a good pass from Brooke, but it definitely had Hannah running, and so she wasn't able to really put it where she wanted. Panthers go to a two-man or two-person serve receive on that ball. Sun Prairie pushes to the deep line. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that pass and set, Coco just all mine.
I know that she is weighing her options, but I'm excited to hear which school Coco decides to go to, and I'm excited to see whether and how she plays volleyball at the next level. Definitely has been fun to watch her here at Oregon. Sophie Sy sends the overpass over. Sun Prairie, with a lot of heart, scrambles and sends over the free ball. Tip, bumped over. Set Maya Rudy punches it over. Sun Prairie able to recover. Block touch. Naira gets it up. Maya Rudy swing. Oh, libero gets a hand on it, but not able to pass it up.
And Oregon comes up again. It's tough to do a back set from that 10-foot line to get that right line. Did a nice job, though.
I will say, after what I think was a pretty tough season for Sun Prairie, they are playing really hard, and their fans really traveled well. They brought a lot of energy to this gym, and so far they've given, whoa, nice swing by Naira. Oh no, Sophie Sy. Sun Prairie really pressured the Panthers, especially in that first set.
You mentioned at the senior night, you were talking, reading through some of the comments that some of the players talked about. One thing about volleyball is you can play in many different avenues.
Yep.
So if you don't choose necessarily to try to do something at a higher education level, there's so many other avenues. And if it's going to be playing sand at these different local establishments, there's certainly the grass, indoor activities. So it's an ongoing sport. You can keep playing. So I look forward to these kids that we're talking about. It's like one way or the other, I'm going to play volleyball.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Panthers, it's been a good third set so far. Currently up 9 against Sun Prairie East. Like I said earlier, Panthers came into the regional playoffs with the number 5 seed, which I think if you had told them at the beginning of the season, hey, you're going to be the 5th seed in the playoffs, they would have been pretty excited about that. Came in here and so far tonight have been taking care of business. 3 points away from wrapping up set number 3 in the match. Ava Skripka back to serve. Nice swing by Sun Prairie.
That was. You don't want to give them too many of those opportunities.
No. No, let's get out of here.
Whoa. It looked like it was going to be in. Probably the right thing to do. Got to move along with it.
Well, and so Naira is from Spain, and when she joined the team, she told Coach Grolke that where she plays volleyball, they don't play back row. If you're an attacker, you play front row. And so you know, I think the being pressed into service to pass is a new experience for Naira. The tip falls. Panthers get the point.
It's a great placement on it to just place it in the right spot and to get it through.
Naira back to serve. Doesn't get it to fall. Back to a 7-point lead, and Ava Gerlach-Schwartz will replace Naira. She got to take a crack at it.
Oh, those hurt. They do.
Yeah.
But you can't do them that often, so.
You want to go ask who set up the net and why didn't they leave it a little looser? All right, Panthers up 6 here late in set number 3. Looking for a side out.
Going 2. Oh, what a nice placement.
Maya Rudy sends that one back. I think that was Maya Rudy.
And Sun Prairie came in to cover for that, left that open corner, and she placed it right out there, really nice.
All right.
To the set and match.
Match point for Sophie Sy. Ace 'em. Ooh, hits it off the block. All right. We're going to have at least 6 match points here. Or we've got the opportunity for it. Hopefully we only have 1. Whoops.
Weren't sure if that was going to be high or not. I think they're looking ahead a little bit too much.
Yep. All right, 4-point lead for the Panthers. Got to take a deep breath, flush the last 2 passes out of your mind, and get ready to pass. Ava's got to scramble to get that one. Sarah Janacek.
Sun Prairie blocks it.
Maggie Ast is going to replace Ava Gerlach-Schwartz. We've got a back row of Greta Schriever, Maggie Ast, and Sarah Janacek. Come on, wrap it up. Maya Rudy with the push, and that's it.
And a scrambling ball for Sun Prairie for Oregon to win the match. Coming up with a 25-21 in the third. So Oregon kind of scrambled at the beginning there and kind of struggled. Still had, I think, server challenges throughout most of the matches overall. They certainly showed that they can do great things, certainly at the nets as well as the attack, from blocking and attacking. Got to keep their offense going with the right pass.
Yep. And with that, the Panthers win first round of the regional playoffs, 3-0 against Sun Prairie East, 25-22, 25-17, 25-21. Like I said, I believe they will next be playing on Saturday at Fort Atkinson. It's been an exciting season. It's been a fun season. I think that pushes the Panthers to 21-16 overall. It's a really great record. They're looking to add a few more wins to that tally.
In this postseason, definitely is an opportunity to do so.
Well, thank you for joining us for tonight's live stream on OCA Media Sports. We'd like to thank our sponsors who make this program possible. Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard, we're here to help. Oregon cares. On behalf of the OCA Media Sports production crew, thank you for watching Panther Volleyball on OCA Media Sports. This is Mike Stapleman saying good night.
Good night, Mark Miller. Thank you all for the viewership, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye, everybody.